Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the TEKS tool strip diagram, specifically equal groups. We are working with a problem related to TEKS 3.6c, and we'll do it in 5 minutes or less. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have a shaded rectangle on a grid. Each of these squares is 1 inch, and we need to find the area. So when we are in the fourth grade, we will start looking at the formula for area. But in the third grade, we are looking at it as an equal group problem with columns and rows of squares that are the same size. And you see this key right here that each of these squares equals 1 square inch. That actually gets us what we need to make an equal group strip diagram. Whenever we are reading a word problem and we think this might be equal groups, we need some statement that says that each group or each thing is the same size or there's the same number in each group. And the fact that each of these squares is the exact same size, that gets us what we need for our equal group. Now we need two of these three down below. Well, they're asking for the area. The area is the total shaded, so that is what's unknown. So that means we need the number of groups and the number in each group. Because equal groups tells us that we're dealing with multiplication or division. And since we're looking for the total, that means we are going to be multiplying. If they give us the total and we're missing one of the other two, that means we're going to divide. And so what can our number of groups and the number in each group be? Well, we're looking at the shaded rectangle. So I only want this part right here, not the entire thing. So that's trick number one. And when we're looking at the area, we're looking at the number of squares inside, but I don't see any squares inside because this gray rectangle is sitting on top of the grid. But what we can do is we can count the rows and columns. And so our rows are going to be our groups. And so we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 rows down. So we can say those are our groups. And if we want, you see how we can basically trace these grid lines across if we wanted to double check. We don't have to once we know how many rows there are, but that's a good way to double check. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a strip diagram, and each of those rows is going to be a group. So let's make 1, 2, 3. You only need 4 lines to make fifths. Let's pretend those are all the exact same size. Now I need to know how many are in each group. And so in each group, we're going to deal with our columns. So these are our rows. These are our columns. It's like an array. Everything is nice and neat here. And so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if we want, we can put sevens all the way across. We can also draw our lines down. And once we have this, if we really wanted to, you can literally count every single square. Now that's a lot of squares. So there's obviously some faster ways to do that. Let's finish our strip diagram. I've got 5 rows of 7 columns. I've got 5 groups of 7. And so I'm going to put my total unknown down here, and that's my area. That's what I'm looking for. So basically, we're going to skip count by sevens, right? So we can think 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. Now, remember, this is 5 groups of 7. Sometimes our sevens aren't that easy. We can use the commutative property. We can flip that around and we can do 7 times 5. You're going to get the exact same answer. We all know our fives. So I'm going to write it across the bottom. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm just totaling each column, and it still ends up as that same 35. So the area of Sophie's shaded rectangle, even though we don't see the grid lines, we can count the number of rows and columns on the outside, and we can either count by 5 groups of 7 or 7 groups of 5. Either way, we're going to get our answer of A, 35 square inches.